Right, since the last video did so well of me doing what's in my tennis bag, I thought I'd do another one. So this time I've been given another tennis bag by All Things Tennis, so should we see what's inside? So the first thing that we have is an old classic K-Blade. Now, this is probably one of my favorite rackets around, actually. It's 95 square inch head, 16-18 string pattern, 333 grams. It plays like a beauty. I've been given this to try out a little bit, so you're going to see a racket review of that at some point. Been given an Aero 98, which is the chosen racket of Carlos Alcaraz at the minute. Also a racket I've been given to demo, so you're going to see that at some point as well. What else we got? Aha! Interesting racket, actually. The Solinco Whiteout 1820, 305 grams. It actually reminds me a lot of the Technofiber rackets, so I'm going to be testing this one out as well. Strung with, what's that Solinco string? The green one. Not Torbite. Hyper G, that's it. It's a Hyper G. Can't believe I forgot that. So now we've got two special rackets. So believe it or not, this is actually Mardy Fish's actual racket, and it's pretty much the same as the K Factor, but it's in way better condition. It does feel a little bit different. It feels like the balance is a little bit different. So I'm going to string that up and have a good go with that as well. The specs are pretty much the same. And then the classic 90. So yeah, this is actually probably my all-time favorite racket. I'd say I've done a load of videos on it, and it's definitely going to make a few more appearances. I'm going to try and take on a few other pros with this. But yeah, it's a beautiful frame. Classic. Right, let's see what we've got in the middle pouch. Tripod for content. So we've got the Asics Solution Speeds. Now these look really old and battered, been on the clay. The one thing that I never understand about shoe reviews is why people do them when they're brand new. Why not do them after like 2 months? So I've been playing with these for like 2 months, and as you can see, they're in pretty decent condition. It's only the clay really that makes them look terrible, but yeah, these were a really solid shoe. I'm a huge fan of what Asics are making. Really stable, lightweight, yeah, really easy to kind of maneuver around in. And the one thing I'll say about that shoe is it actually allowed me to slide on a hard court, which is not something that I'm, really comfortable with doing. But yeah, I found that because they were that stable, they gave me that kind of support to be able to move quickly and be comfortable. Okay, so we've got a few new interesting strings here. So this is a prototype from All Things Tennis, and they've developed it with me, with a few other pro players, in the hope that we can make a really quality string that will be affordable, and it won't be like a ridiculous kind of, you can only buy one reel a year kind of thing. Yeah, so we've actually developed this to kind of be for pro players, and it's pretty good. Like, I haven't really had a lot of time to test it out, but what I've used of it so far, it's been very good. So there's 3 new strings coming out. My Lynx Tour, keep that over there. A sock. Another sock. So we've got these interesting, so there's a new brand that is producing some really high quality tennis stuff. So we've got Nordic Dots. Now they've kind of produced a lot of tennis gear over the last year. So they've got grips, which I'm yet to try out. I'm looking forward to that. And I have one of the strings that they produce. Now, the first thing that I'll say is this stuff, it looks really kind of clean, high quality. Like, it doesn't, it's definitely not cheap. Like, it feels good in the hand. So usually when that happens, it's going to be good string as well. So it looks good, yeah, feels good, and I'm going to be trying that out at some point as well. So what do we have in the last compartment in my bag? So we've got some, okay, so we have the Wilson Ultra, which is basically, it's one of the Pro Labs rackets from Wilson. It's pretty much a head racket. It's very similar to the Head Prestige. But yeah, really, really good racket. I've tried this out a little bit, and there's a video coming soon about this, but I was a big fan. A lot of control, yeah, really kind of crisp feeling out the middle of the strings as well. So that's coming soon. Head Extreme. So I've tried this racket out quite a bit. I did break, yeah. I'm not sure if that was clean out the middle, probably not. But I've been trying this out for the past week now, and I'm a big fan of this. There's a video coming on this racket, but yeah, I was a really big fan. A lot of my fellow pro players use this frame, and I always hear really good things about it. So looking forward to trying that out more. And then lastly, we have two very interesting rackets from Nordic Dots, the same company that has produced that string and the grips, and they also do kit as well. The kit is very smart. I've got some of that already. So these have this kind of pro stock kind of feel to them. They've got a very kind of simple design. These are actually prototypes. They've gone with this kind of like pro stock, very thin feeling paint, which I actually really like. And it's got kind of like a flatter head. Now what this does is raises the sweet spot slightly, so it'll enlarge the sweet spot. 1620 string pattern, 300 grams. And yeah, I'm gonna test these out probably in the next week. And I'll have a racket review on them. So there's two of them, there's two colorways at the minute. They're a 99 square inch head, 300 grams, 1620. I think they look pretty cool. Like I'll be honest, they're an unusual shape for a tennis racket. Like they're a little bit more extreme than a Yonex, but yeah, I'm interested to see what they've got. I've heard from the players that have tried them out already that they are very good. They're very stable. So yeah, looking forward to it. So that is everything in my tennis bag. Hope you enjoyed.